Here, as I said, for this cylindrical coordinate system, these are the three. Once again, I am repeating for those who joined for let. This is your origin. This is the actual point P having these coordinates R, phi and Z, and its location on this is to be taken. So this coordinate is taken to be rho. The angle made by this rho or this vector with this x-axis is taken to be phi, and its location from this plane is taken to be Z. So rho, phi and Z are the three coordinates, curvilinear coordinates in this case. Ez cap, E phi cap and E rho cap, these are the shown to be three unit vectors to this point at this particular point, and these three unit vectors are normal to each other or perpendicular to each other. This is what we call to be orthogonality of the coordinate system. And here E rho cap, E phi cap, Ez cap are three mutually perpendicular unit vectors, and the system is orthogonal. And here we have taken u1 is equal to rho, u2 is equal to phi and u3 is equal to Z. So these are the notations we have used earlier in our case. Okay. Now, as usual, we have to start the position vector. The position vector of point P, if it is written in Cartesian coordinate system, we write this to be vector r bar is equal to I times ax plus j times ay, or that not ax ay, so directly write this to be r cap, okay, r bar is equal to I times x, j cap times y plus k cap times z. But for that, we must know the relations to convert it in this this vector r bar in terms of the coordinates of r, rho, phi and z. We must know the transformation equations. So here transformation equations are okay, I think you might be knowing these transformation equations. From this diagram itself also we can calculate this. X is given by rho times cos phi, then y is given by rho times sin phi. So from this diagram I can calculate this is nothing but this is y, so it is rho times sin phi, and this is x. So here it is shown this is nothing but rho times cos phi, and z is as usual, there is no any other transformation equations needed there. So z is z. So Cartesian z and z measured here in the spherical polar coordinate system are just same. So with this I can write this, therefore the equation for position vector can be written as, so write this position vector in terms of this rho, phi and z. So if it is written, we get r bar is equal to x, replace x by rho cos phi I cap plus rho times sin phi into j cap plus k times, or that is simply z times k cap. Now call this to be equation 1. This is our r bar, and we have to differentiate this r bar with respect to u1, that is rho, then phi, that is u2, and differentiation of this r bar with respect to u3, that is going to be z. So let's obtain these three differentiations. So first one is partial differentiation of vector r bar with respect to d rho. So if I give for first differentiation, here differentiation of rho is 1, so cos phi remains as it is, cos phi into I cap plus sin phi into j cap plus there is no component for k, the rho component here in the k, so that is simply equal to 0. So I get this vector as cos phi into I cap plus sin phi into j cap. Call this to be equation 2. This is my dr bar upon d rho, differentiation of vector with respect to scalar. Similarly, now dr bar upon d phi, that is what your dava r bar upon dava u1, this is dava r bar upon dava u2, and therefore getting differential of this r bar with respect to phi here, Again, this term is not going to give any differentiation because it is not containing phi part at all. So this becomes rho times, actually minus rho times sin phi into I cap plus rho times cos phi into j cap. This is my third equation. This is my delta r bar upon delta rho. Similarly, third one is take this delta r bar upon delta u3, because I need all this to calculate this g1, g2, g3 etc. as well as h1, h2 and like that. So third is delta r bar upon delta z, and here in this case this is not a function of z, this is also not a function of z, only this is a function of z. So its differential of z with respect to z is simply 1, and therefore it is becomes simply k. This is my third vector. Okay, so this delta r bar upon delta rho is cos phi plus sin phi j, cos phi I plus sin phi j. Delta r bar upon delta phi is minus rho times sin phi I cap plus rho times cos phi j cap, and delta r bar upon delta z is simply k cap. So these are these three. Now if I know this, therefore the unit vectors along three directions, that means rho, phi and z directions are given by. So you can very easily calculate. Now this is what we have earlier defined. This if E rho cap is defined as vector, that is delta r bar upon delta rho divided by its magnitude, delta r bar upon delta rho. Okay, just this is what the same expression we used earlier case. So my this vector is cos phi into I cap plus sin phi into j cap divided by magnitude of this is given by square of the first component. So it is cos square phi plus square of the second component is sin square phi. Only two components are there. So already adding cos square phi plus sin square phi is simply 1, and therefore I'll get this is cos phi into I cap plus j times sin phi. So this is my vector number 4 or equation number 4, and this is first unit vector. So first unit vector E rho is equal to cos phi times I plus j times sin phi times j. So fourth equation is important for us. This is important for us, it will be required. Now next unit vector is E phi cap. That is what we have drawn in the figure. मगाच्या फिगर मध्ये वरती जे आपण वेक्टर दाखवलेत, these are given by delta r bar upon delta phi divided by modulus of delta r bar upon delta phi. So you can use equation number 3 in this case, and therefore it is minus rho into sin phi I cap plus rho into cos phi into j cap divided by square root of, now making square of this, minus rho into sin phi is plus rho square sin square phi, minus it becomes plus when we take square of this. Similarly, second component is this, second coefficient for this is rho cos phi, is square is rho square into cos square phi, and solving this I'll get rho square common, sin square phi plus cos square phi is 1. So root of rho square is rho, and therefore this becomes minus rho into sin phi times I cap plus rho times cos phi into j cap divided by this denominator is simply rho. So rho gets cancelled in both the terms, and therefore we will get minus sin phi into I cap plus cos phi into j cap. This is my equation number 5, and this is another important. This is my second vector. E phi cap is this, and as we have seen, third unit vector if it is drawn, so that is E z cap is equal to delta r bar upon delta z divided by delta r bar upon delta z modulus. So this was simply vector k cap, and if it is to be divided by, this is modulus of k cap is 1, so this is simply 1, and therefore it is k cap, and that is how this is my equation number 6 So these are the three unit vectors we have drawn: E phi, E rho and Ez cap. So that is done exactly in the similar way what we did for the cylinder as a spherical polar coordinate system. As I have now got this, I can go for the metric coefficient and scale factors. So you can see here all these unit vectors are mutually perpendicular to each other. We can check. Actually, we will go for certain problems at that time. We will come across this. So the system is orthogonal. Therefore, system is orthogonal. Now let's go for metric coefficients. Metric coefficients. So if you try to go for this metric coefficient, again you have to go for the same relations. G11 is given by daba r bar upon daba u1 dot daba r bar upon daba u1. So u1 in this case is rho, so I'll get daba r bar upon daba rho dot daba r bar upon daba rho. So use the expressions for this. Now daba r bar upon daba rho was cos phi into j cap, sorry I cap, plus sin phi into j cap. So it is twice. So it is cos phi into I cap plus sin phi into j cap dot with this cos phi into I cap plus sin phi into j cap. So get this product. Now I dot I will survive only and j dot j will survive only. I dot j and I dot k, sorry, I dot j and j dot I will be 0 since this is orthogonal, and therefore I'll get this product is simply cos square phi plus sin square phi. So product of this and this, cos square phi into I cap dot I cap is 1. Similarly sin phi into sin phi sin square phi into j cap dot j cap is 1. So that is simply 1, and therefore it is simply 1. So I got this G11, first metric coefficient is 1, and I know the relation between scale factor and the metric coefficient is H1 is given by root of G11, that is equal to simply root of 1, sorry, this is 1, and therefore I get this is 1. So my H1 is simply equal to 1. Okay, now calculate G22, second metric coefficient. G22 is daba r bar upon daba u2 dot daba r bar upon daba u2. u2 is phi, so daba r bar upon daba phi dot daba r bar upon daba phi. This is r. So see the vectors. The vector was minus rho times sin phi times I cap plus rho times cos phi times j cap. This is my second vector. Dot of similar vector, that is minus rho times sin phi I cap plus rho times cos phi j cap. Taking this product, again minus minus becomes plus, so rho square into sin square phi plus rho square into cos square phi, therefore rho square into sin square phi plus cos square phi. And as I know that from trigonometry, sin square phi plus cos square phi is 1, and therefore I get G22 is equal to simply rho square. And if G22 is rho square, we can go for this calculation. H2 is equal to, and therefore H2 is equal to root of G22, this is root of rho square, and therefore H2 is equal to simply rho. Okay, so that's how I write H1 is equal to 1, H2 is obtained to be rho. And calculate G33 is daba r bar upon daba u3 dot daba r bar upon daba u3. Here it is daba r bar upon daba z dot daba r bar upon daba z. Just see that we have obtained this is to be simply k cap dot k cap, that is equal to 1, and therefore G33 is 1, therefore H3 is equal to root of G33, that is equal to simply 1, and therefore I got this H3 is equal to 1. So it is simpler as compared to spherical polar coordinate system. Now I can, in short, I can go here. That is what I can show here in short. Okay, U1 is rho, U2 is equal to phi, U3 is equal to Z. Then E1 cap is equal to E rho cap, E2 cap is equal to E phi cap, E3 cap, third unit vector is nothing but Z, K cap. This is K cap. Or you can write EZ cap. EZ cap. Okay. Then I have obtained this H1 is equal to 1, H2 is equal to rho, and H3 is again equal to 1. Once I got all this information, I can go for F1 is equal to F rho, F2 is equal to F phi, and F3 is equal to, for vector if it is written in the cylindrical coordinate system, it will have these three components. F3 is equal to, now this is F of Z, rho, phi, and Z. This is my these three components. Now I have to use all these for divergence, gradient, and curl. Okay. Now first, let's go for first element is gradient of scalar. Gradient of scalar. Okay, I'll just go a bit fast because this is what the repeating things we are doing here for the third system. That's why this is not new thing for us. Okay, now let's know that grad psi is defined as, if you remember the expression for that, it is grad psi is equal to, this is 1 upon H1 dabba psi upon dabba U1. Actually it is E1 cap. This is the standard symbol, standard expression for this. E2 cap upon H2 into dabba psi upon dabba U2 plus E3 cap upon H3 into dabba psi upon dabba U3. This is my equation for a gradient of psi scalar function in the orthogonal curvilinear coordinate system. Now I have got E1 cap, E2 cap, E3 cap. I have obtained H1, H2, H3. So using this I'll get, and U1, U2, U3 is also known. Therefore grad psi in cylindrical coordinate system is given by dabba psi upon dabba rho first into, this is E rho cap upon H1 is 1 plus, now this is dabba psi upon dabba phi. Okay, second differentiation into 1 upon rho, 1 upon H2 is there, H2 is rho, and this is E phi cap multiplied by E phi cap plus, third is again simpler, dabba psi upon dabba Z, that is dabba psi upon dabba U3. So Z is U3 and therefore this, and it is multiplied by EZ cap. So this is my expression for gradient. This is gradient of scalar function, scalar point function. Next are again simple. Let's go for the second component, that is the divergence of vector field. Divergence of vector field in cylindrical orthogonal cylindrical coordinates. So see the standard equation or the equation for divergence of vector field in the orthogonal curvilinear coordinate system, del bar dot f bar. It is given by, if you remember, this is given by 1 upon product of H1, H2, H3, a huge bracket, big bracket. Inside that it was differentiation with respect to first coordinate. In the bracket it is F1, H2, H3. Now we can write remaining thing. So plus dabba upon dabba U2 into the bracket, this is F2, H1, H3, and last term is dabba upon dabba U3 in the bracket, this is F3 H1 H2. Now replace F1 F2 F3 by, as we have already written this table, as well as H1 H2 H3 by 1 row and 1 again, and U1 U2 U3 by this row phi and z, and therefore you will get a new component here is given to be, now this is 1 upon rho, product of 1 row and 1 again is 1 upon rho, into the bracket dabba upon dabba rho, it is F rho into rho, H2 is rho, H3 is 1, plus dabba upon dabba phi, U2 is phi, so it is F phi into H1 H3 is 1 into 1, so that is not needed to be written there, 1 into 1, plus dabba upon dabba z, this is Fz multiplied by H1 H2 is rho again. So this is how I got the divergence of the vector field in the cylindrical coordinate. So this is another important equation for this. Remember, all these equations we are going to use in the chapter number 3, that is the partial differential equations, as well as in special functions. So this is divergence. Okay, next I can go for curl, third parameter or third element, this is third one, curl of vector function in cylindrical coordinates, in cylindrical coordinates. So it is given by curl f bar is given by del bar cross f bar, and we know that in curvilinear coordinate system, this del bar cross f bar is given by 1 upon h1 h2 h3, product of all scale factors. Then my first row was h1 into e1 cap, h2 into e2 cap, and h3 into e3 cap. This is my first row, this is a determinant, so that's why you can have right hand side also there. Now first partial differentiation with respect to u1, second term is dabba upon dabba u2, third term is dabba upon dabba u3, and last one is f1 h1. So f1 is f rho into 1. Now f2 into h2, so it is f2 f phi into rho, and third one is fz into again 1. So solve this, we'll solve it, and I'll directly give this as given to be a del bar cross f bar. Curl of vector point function in this cylindrical coordinate system is given by, now this product gives you 1 upon rho, 1 into rho into 1 is 1 upon rho, and solving this, so if I go for solving first, now how to solve determinant, this into this minus this component, first component in the first row multiplied by this and minus this, so you have to take product of this and subtract this from this, and you will get first component is first component is, in the case it is dabba upon dabba rho, sorry, dabba upon dabba phi. Actually I one step I should have written there, मी आता अजून एक स्टेप मध्ये लिहितो. Let me cancel this. So I'll write this here, it's a product, and then determinant form, it is h1 is 1 into, this is e rho cap, rho into e phi cap, and third term is 1 into ez cap. This is my first row. Second row is dabba upon dabba rho. Second component in the second row is dabba upon dabba phi and dabba upon dabba z. Here, as I said earlier written, this is simply f rho into 1. This is Fi into rho, and third one is simply Fz. Now you can solve this determinant. Solving this, as usual, you have to go first into this product of this minus product of this into this first component in the first row. So that's what I'll get this to be 1 upon rho del bar cross F bar in cylindrical coordinate is given by 1 upon rho, then this bracket, inside this square bracket it is dabba upon dabba phi of Fz minus dabba upon dabba z of rho E phi, sorry, F phi. This is my first term into E rho cap. Second term is taken to be minus, it is rho into the bracket, it is dabba upon dabba rho Fz minus dabba upon dabba z of F rho, and this is to be multiplied by this second unit vector, that is E phi, plus last term is in the bracket dabba upon dabba rho multiplied by rho times F phi minus dabba upon dabba phi times F rho, and this is to be multiplied by Ez cap, third unit vector, and then this bracket here. So this actual term, this is called as curl of vector point function. Okay, don't go for solving this further, it is not needed. In actual examples we can go later on for solving of this. This is the third important parameter for this the cylindrical coordinate system, and last one is remaining, that is the Laplacian. Fourth, Laplacian. That is del square or del square psi. So from our standard definition, the Laplacian in this orthogonal curvilinear coordinate system is given by, if you remember this expression, del square psi is equal to, this is again 1 upon h1 h2 h3, this product of scale factors, into the bracket, if you remember, it is dabba upon dabba u1 multiplied by of h1 h2 h3 second and third scale factor divided by first scale factor into dabba psi upon dabba u1. Now you can write next plus dabba upon dabba u2 of, this is h1 h3 upon h2 into dabba psi upon dabba u2 plus dabba upon dabba u3 of, this is time, it is h1 h2 upon h3 into dabba psi upon dabba u3. So I know h1 h2 h3, 1 rho and 1, u1 u2 u3 is rho phi and z, and therefore I'll get this as equal to 1 upon rho, product of all these h1 h2 h3 is rho, into the bracket dabba upon dabba rho times rho into dabba psi upon dabba rho, this is my first term in the bracket, plus dabba upon dabba phi, that this is product 1 upon rho, h2 is rho, 1 upon rho times dabba psi upon dabba phi, this is my second term, and third term is plus dabba upon dabba z into rho times dabba psi upon third component is z. Okay, further also we can solve this. Now this is a variable here where rho and d psi upon d rho, these are the two functions here. Here also this 1 upon rho is constant, so that can be taken outside of the bracket. So just simplify this. Simplifying this, I will get this to be equal to okay, simplifying this, it is 1 upon rho times dabba by dabba rho of rho times dabba psi upon dabba rho. This is my first term. Second term is this rho here and this rho, that can be taken as a product, so it is rho square, and then it becomes simply dabba square psi upon dabba phi square. And here this rho here and this rho can be cancelled, and therefore it is simply dabba square psi upon dabba z square. Further, it can be solved as, can be written further as it is, if you remember. So these are the two terms here. There can be two terms. So one gets this to be 1 upon rho times in the bracket rho into dabba square psi upon dabba rho square, taking this differential here, plus differential of rho with respect to rho is 1. So what remains is dabba psi upon dabba rho only, and plus 1 upon rho square into dabba square psi upon dabba phi square, plus dabba square psi upon dabba z square. And again you can separate out these two terms separately. So therefore del square psi is equal to here this and this term. So this rho and rho gets cancelled, dabba square psi upon dabba rho square plus 1 upon rho times dabba psi upon dabba rho plus 1 upon rho square into dabba square psi upon dabba phi square plus dabba square psi upon dabba z square. And this is my Laplacian in case of the cylindrical coordinate system. Remember, we are going to use all this Laplacian in Cartesian coordinate system, Laplacian in spherical polar coordinate system, Laplacian in the cylindrical coordinate system. These are found to be very, very useful components in case of maybe Poisson equation, maybe Legendre equation, maybe Laguerre equation, maybe Hermite equation, etc. Everywhere this type of del square has as a large many applications, many number of applications, and that is how here we have finished discussion of this part of Laplacian. So in one statement here we can write the del square. So from this, the Laplacian operator, this is Laplace equation. This is Laplace equation in cylindrical coordinate. Cylindrical coordinate, and hence Laplacian operator. Laplacian operator, you can write del square. Okay, remove psi everywhere here. You will get to be dabba square upon dabba rho square plus 1 upon rho times dabba psi upon dabba rho. Just a minute. Hello, ma'am, I'm in lecture. Just 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. I'll call you back. I'm in a lecture. Okay, yeah. So this is second term. Then third term is plus 1 upon rho square dabba square upon dabba phi square and plus dabba square upon dabba z square. Remember, there are 4 terms in this del square, whereas del square in case of Cartesian coordinate has 3 terms. Del square in case of Laplacian has again 3 terms. Here in this case it has 4 different terms. Okay, so that is how here we have finished this del square and all these things, or this Laplacian and everything here. Okay, now let me remind what we have discussed right from the beginning. So as an outcome of this chapter, I think we should go for this later on, because I am having call from one of the college from Delhi. So all these things are the things that we have discussed right from the beginning. Now what you have to remember how to write del bar in curvilinear coordinate system, therefore in Cartesian, in spherical and in cylindrical. Then write grad phi in curvilinear coordinate system, then in case of cylindrical, then spherical as well as Cartesian coordinate system. then del dot f bar, that is divergence in curvilinear, in spherical, in Cartesian as well as in cylindrical. So once I understand this is according to standard method for curvilinear coordinate system, these are the parameters given by this equation. जे काही 6-7 इक्वेशन्स आपण लिहिले होते, लेंथ एलिमेंट, सरफेस एलिमेंट, वॉल्यूम एलिमेंट, डेल बार ऑपरेटर, ग्रॅड साय, डेल बार एफ डॉट, डेल बार डॉट एफ बार and del bar cross f bar, and finally del square psi. So these are the elements we have defined one and one in each and every one for all this orthogonal curvilinear coordinate system, and then we have used this for first system, second system, third system, and like that. As I said earlier, I have mentioned that you can have your own coordinate systems provided your coordinate system satisfies all the conditions what we have discussed for the orthogonal curvilinear coordinate system. So it's a opportunity or a chance for you to define your own coordinate system. Only problem is that it must have certain applications. Okay, if it has no applications, no one is going to accept your system. So your system will be accepted only when there is certain physics or mathematical problems which can be solved using this type of coordinate system. If it is there, then it will be acceptable. If it is not, then it won't be acceptable. So remember, in mathematics or physics, these three different types of coordinate systems are sufficient. I am saying sufficient to solve almost all physics problems, mathematics problems can be solved with these three types of coordinate system. Apart from that, several other types of systems can be imagined, can be constructed, can be discovered, but it is not guaranteed that it will have application in mathematics or physics. Somehow, maybe in future, some other new problem comes which is not, we are not able to solve either using all these three types of coordinate system. It may be possible that you needed to go for another coordinate system, but that has not happened from last 100 years. So picture is just same over the last 100 years. So all these three coordinate systems which we are discussed or using now right nowadays, these systems are quite useful and sufficient for all entire things. Okay, so we will stop here today. In the next lecture tomorrow, I am planning to have lecture some earlier, okay, maybe at 11. So is it possible for you all to go for this?